Alright, so today I wanted to showcase my top 5 best ritual monsters that have been played throughout the course of the game's history. With the release of our good friends, the Nekroz, I figured it would be a good time to go ahead and do an updated video of this now. So, coming in at number 5 is our good friend Herald of Perfection. Herald's always been a very much unexpected threat in a lot of the tournament scene. When it came out, it really did a lot of work. Now, I remember playing in a regional, and I actually had to play against this bullshit in top 8. And I just set up a Spirit Reaper and chum blocked for pretty much the whole game because his deck doesn't have an answer to Reaper, and I don't have an answer to Herald. Now, there is a way to kind of get over Herald. There reaches a point in game state where you can only have 6 cards in your hand and 5 cards on field. Now, as long as you can draw into the 7th card and have it be a physical out, then you can pretty much trump all of your opponent's cards that they have or that they can produce for threats. Now, getting to a game state like that is very, very, very hard, but it is definitely possible. Like I said, though, Herald's always been one of the cards that has been very degenerate, in my opinion, in this game's history. And I definitely think that just because the card isn't as good now, that this card in the past hasn't been a massive powerhouse. So Herald definitely earning its number 5 spot. Now, number 4 here is Nekroz. Now, I definitely feel like people are going to say that I should have put this at a much higher rank. Like a number 1 or a number 2 spot. Nekroz, his key point is the ability to search through the deck for pretty much any card. Him being a ritual monster himself only lets you bounce 2 monsters that are special from the extra deck. His pinnacle of power in the format is very real. However, I think the other 3 choices in their prime were much more devastating than Nekroz. Just the ability to search, I don't think really is all that amazing compared to these other cards in their prime. So Nekroz coming at number 4, there's not much else to say about this card. Yes, it deals toolbox for everything else in the deck, but these next 3 I value a little bit higher. So number 3 here is Demise, the King of Armageddon. Now, if you guys, I want to say it was right before Dark Armed Dragon came out. I don't know if you guys really ever heard about the Advanced Ritual Art Demise deck. So you would go Advanced Ritual Art, you dump 2 of your insects to the graveyard, move them for Doomdozer, and then Demise, after you blow up the board, would let you go Megamorph with Doomdozer for 8k game. Now, that was devastating in a much slower format than we've generated now. Like, this is back pretty much when game simplification existed without, XYZs or synchros. So Demise having his field nuke effect, 2400 wasn't big, but it was the rest of the cards that comboed with it that made Demise OTK probably one of the scariest decks in its time. And just the ability to go, oh, well, I have Doomdozer and game. Manju and Senju were real at that time. They've been out for that long. Manju pretty much got you a free King of Demise. All you needed to do was have the Doomdozer and the Megamorph, and you could win the game very easily. The deck was fragile at times, though, but watching your opponent normal summon a 1900 Insect Knight would kind of make you cringe sometimes, because you're like, oh, well, 1900's pretty damn big. So, Demise coming in at number 3. Number 2, Yugioh Gustkraken. Now, we actually didn't get the chance to really play this card much in the TCG, because they pretty much wrecked its asshole when it came out here, and it's actually a shame, because I was one of the people who was really looking forward to it. It's kind of like the Dark Matter Dragon thing. If we would have got it, oh, lordy, but it didn't end up happening. So when it's ritual summoned, you can look up to 2 cards in your opponent's hand and then shuffle one of them into the deck. Now, the way to loop this in a perfect format would be pretty much leave your opponent with 0 or 1 cards in their hand, which was actually some pretty broke-ass shit. Like I said, though, TCG didn't get to experience much Gus Kraken. Japan got to experience the full force of it, and by the weight of it, it was very devastating. So, my number one choice of ritual monsters right now is Nekroz of Trishula. Now, this is only a 2-of at max in the deck, but this card's pure existence forces players to play this matchup much differently than they want to. You know, they either want no cards in hand, no cards on the field, or no cards in the graveyard. And for cards like this existence to dictate a mirror match or to dictate the way that players play, especially in a format that is as advanced as we've come along here, play on words there, advanced format. So, for a card to dictate the way that players play, granted, with as advanced as the game has come, and to have a multi-purpose effect of when one of your Nekroz is targeted, you can discard it and get the effect. This card to me is absolutely amazing. Now the difference between this and Demise is, I guess it's just the time of the format. Back in a time where Demise existed, you know, nuking the field for 2,000 life points was very devastating. But if you look at today's format with hand traps and things like this, Demise wouldn't be as ecstatically broken as Trishula is today. So I value Trishula much higher because of how the game has come along. And for a card like this to exist and be as amazing as it is really mind-boggling. So these are my top 5 ritual monsters to date. Guys, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Give me your top 5 ritual monsters as well. Give me some explanation as to why you value things the way that you do. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace, guys.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please thumbs up this video to show your support. And please check out Vanguard 40 for Cardfight Vanguard, MKohl Games for miscellaneous trading card games, and No Limit Gaming for a brand new series of Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Thanks for watching.